Please subscribe. Every so often, as a year-long haul test attracts to a nearby, it very well may be difficult to think of new or intriguing perceptions to put with regards to our updates. And keeping in mind that that can be an issue from an essayist's viewpoint, it doesn't really mean there's an issue with the vehicle. At times a vehicle simply has nothing to stow away. The 2019 Infiniti QX50 isn't one of those vehicles. As I referenced in our QX50 arrival story, there were a lot of inquiries that should have been replied. From powertrain execution to inside quality and even driver help innovation unwavering quality, there was a great deal to make sense of with Infiniti's attractive new hybrid. 1 year and in excess of 20,000 miles later, we have the majority of our answers. The QX50's extravagant new motor, for instance, has been a gigantic frustration. It guaranteed more force when you required it and better gas mileage when you didn't. What it conveyed was a not really eco-friendly 20.3 miles per gallon. For examination, our supercharged V6 Jaguar F-Pace and Mazda CX-9 with a 2.5-liter turbo both oversaw 20.6 miles per gallon, and our super and turbocharged Volvo XC90 oversaw 20.5 miles per gallon. Infiniti's pivoted conn-poles barely appear to merit the difficulty. And keeping in mind that the QX50 did best its most clear opponent, the Acura RDX in our speeding up tests, you'd never know it from in the driver's seat. Street Test editorial manager Chris Walton most likely portrayed the powertrain's inadequacies best when he stated, "There are at any rate three things changing constantly: gear proportion, turbo lift, and motor pressure, and they are each battling about who takes the mic. They just completely meet up and concur what to do it all the way open choke. What a wreck." That doesn't really mean Infiniti should desert variable pressure innovation. There's a great deal of potential there. It simply needs to somewhat more time being developed and a programmed transmission with genuine apparatuses. While they're grinding away, if Infiniti could get familiar with a couple of dealing with and directing exercises from the Alfa Romeo Stelvio or even the Acura RDX, that would be incredible. As I referenced in my last update, inside impressions were substantially more positive. I for one incline toward not to see softened cowhide in a vehicle you'd never take to the track, however in blend with the knitted white calfskin seats, it in any event enables the QX50 to stick out. Truth be told, to some degree because of its great lodge, the Infiniti immediately turned into the default loaner whenever a corporate official required a vehicle. We simply wish the wood trim coordinated. Obviously, this was a purposeful decision, yet it would seem that an error. Truth be told, it was one of the main things editorial manager and boss Ed Lowe brought up in the wake of acquiring my QX50 for 7 days. The legal advisors may not let Infiniti change the downmarket signals the vehicle makes, yet it can't be that difficult to cause the trim match, to commit. Solace was additionally a gigantic in addition to. At the point when we took the QX50 on a 2,000-mile excursion over Christmas, it didn't simply get us and our stuff from Guide A toward Point B. It made every day's lengthy drive a breeze. Indeed, even my 90-plus moment day-by-day drive was less distressing when I was driving the QX50. Taking into account how appallingly obsolete the infotainment framework is, that is stating a great deal. A review fixed the glitches we encountered, yet after it's all said and done, the availability issues, absence of help for Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, low goal shows, and moderate reaction times kept on being unbelievably disappointing. Excessively touchy stopping sensors that went off arbitrarily in rush hour gridlock just added to the irritation. To be reasonable, we've had comparative issues with other automakers stopping sensors going off arbitrarily, as well. Yet at the same time, one element that got practically all-inclusive recognition, however, was Nissan's setup of driver help advancements. I generally utilize distance control assist, yet the controlling help that is combined with the QX50's versatile voyage control is likewise truly outstanding in the business. All things considered, throttle out host Zach Quartz figured it may nearly be excessively acceptable. Generally, it's simply acceptable, he stated, yet once in a while it's terrifying in that it's skilled enough to charm the driver into wanders off in fantasy land. If the framework experiences a circumstance it can't deal with, that could be a major issue. So no messaging while journey controlling, okay? As far as upkeep costs, the tires end up being the most costly part. Supplanting a solitary tire after I hit a strict fork in the street cost $357.48, more than the $106 we spent on seller administration for the whole year. By examination, our Mercedes GLC 300 cost us $1,000, however numerous different contenders comp administration for the principal year or two. Since the showcase control unit was supplanted as a component of a review, our lone different costs, other than gas, were administration visits each 7,500 miles. At long last, I didn't actually develop to adore the QX50, however I learned to welcome it. The QX50 looks incredible, and its mix of solace and driver help innovation made it a phenomenal day-by-day driver or excursion buddy. Be that as it may, until Infiniti replaces the infotainment framework and refines the powertrain, it will be difficult to suggest the QX50 over a lot of its opposition.